All right. Yeah, I just wish Aaron. Let me move to the side. This sun is killing me. I just wish Aaron would have said something earlier. He again, the breadcrumbs were there for him not being happy. Like they were all there the entire time. I just don't understand.
Here's my thing. I think he has been saying something this whole time.
He's been saying something.
He hasn't openly like this, like before the draft, like has said something, but it's like he has been like dropping clues that he is not happy to be there. So it's like, to me, it's just he can drop as many clues as he wants. It's the Packers that are just like they're refusing to let him go, or which to me is just not a smart move. It's just not a smart move because you sit there and you want to draft your future. All right, he wants out. So why are you keeping him if you went and got Jordan Love? Why didn't you go get some assets? You could have got some assets by trading Aaron Rodgers. You didn't.
I mean, only asset I really feel like they really could have got is another receiver. I mean, Jordan Love was they didn't think he was going to be there, and they took him.
I'm saying,
and the Packers have never drafted for need. They always drafted the best player available. They always draft the best player available.
Really, Packers?
Yeah, they never. They don't pay anybody, Jesse.
They don't draft the best player available. Like, name their last draft picks that you remember, their first round draft picks that you really remember that they do something with. I'm not talking about assets in the sense for Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is already out the door. I'm saying you trade Aaron Rodgers and pick up some assets. That's what I was saying. I don't think like you sit there and hold on to him and he's sitting there telling you, I don't want to be here. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is going to be professional and show up and play. But it's one of those things where it's like, I'm telling you, I want out. You already drafted your quarterback for the future. Let me go. Like,
yeah, I would say this. If he wants out because he was like, they drafted the dude instead of giving me another weapon, which they could have drafted Jordan Jefferson. You know, they could have drafted. There's too many good receivers now.
Well, that wasn't it because he did it 8 hours before the draft.
I'm talking about last year's draft when they.
Okay.
Last year, I mean, Jordan Jefferson led all rookies, and he's pretty much the best rookie
last year's
receiver.
Draft of wide receivers was like deep,
and they didn't draft any of them. So I get it.
Doesn't have a number 2 wide receiver. He doesn't have a tight end. He doesn't have like.
But he makes guys throughout the year though, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and then he can't complain about it when the shit fails every fucking year. When the dude
failing though. That's why it's failing though. Where it's like I need somebody that's like. Okay, I can't go to Adams right now. They're double teaming and everything, and these guys are dropping passes.
I would say this:
time
everything other than Adams on the perimeter is dog shit. I don't give a fuck about Marquez, Valdez-Scantling, and St. Brown, and the tight end that they found out. Like they're not good. They're not going to beat anybody on the outside. But they don't need. But here's the thing, though: this has been the Packers' way. They don't sign anybody. They let. Remember when they had Brett Favre had great receivers, Antonio Freeman, Donald Driver, all them niggas, Greg Jennings, they all left. Guess what? That's because Green Bay doesn't pay anybody. Devontae Adams was one of the first receivers they actually gave a contract to that was worth a damn. I mean, Jordy Nelson they paid, and then Jordy Nelson went to the Raiders.
Oh yeah, I was about to say they paid Jordy Nelson. Yeah.
But
Randall Cobb got paid, and guess what? They realized, oh shit, Randall Cobb actually can't play football.
And my thing is,
Randall Cobb's just not a number 1. You don't pay him for like number 1. He's like a slot. He was good at being like
my thing is
2 at best.
When it came to bringing back their running back, they were slow to do that. Like they were dragging.
They brought him back.
They were gonna let him go. And
but I'm saying that's the Packers' way. How many good running backs have you seen? How many running backs have you seen be in a Packers uniform for like 5 years in a row?
But that
never happens.
That's the problem. Why would I want to stay if you're
it's the Spurs way? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's the Spurs way, and I'm telling you, I don't enjoy that way. I am your franchise. I am your team, and I have been backing you up and sticking to this way, but it's not working. Wouldn't you say? How do I get like more input? Like, what do you want? What do you think will help the team? If you're gonna sit there and be like, you're not gonna do something that includes this man, your team, your franchise, and he's saying, you know what? Then fine, move on without me. You're not. He started the offseason and saying, they're not giving me I want a new contract. I want guaranteed.
Right.
I want that stuff. They weren't doing all that for him. Yesterday, what they draft? A corner that was supposed to be, you're saying they drafted the best player? That corner was supposed to be a second-round draft pick.
I mean, it depends on who you ask. I mean, he was a good. I mean, I would say this. You saw the way Kevin King got smoked in the playoffs. You saw what happened on fourth down with Tom Brady.
Do they need a corner? Yes.
Yes.
Was that the best available corner? No.
Eric Stokes went to Georgia. He covered Devontae Smith, who went first round. What are you talking about?
He covered Devontae Smith and got burned. Like, what are you talking about?
So my only thing is this: like,
said that like Devontae Smith wasn't the best wide receiver in the country. You want to know how much he gave him? Now he gave him almost.
I would say this: give me any corner that lines up in the SEC. If I'm drafted first round, give me any corner that lines up in the SEC.
You know what?
Corner. You know what? I don't see Big Ten. I don't see Big Ten good. I don't see great corners come for the Big Ten because no skill position players come from the Big Ten.
Well, you got.
All right, so what y'all prediction? Where do y'all think Aaron? Like, let's create a destination because right now I don't see one. Like, let's create.
There's only two.
I don't think.
What are the two?
It's either Denver or San Francisco. There's only two teams that can afford them. There's only two teams that can either trade for them or get them. It's Denver and San Francisco, and I think it could be Denver. Because they have the assets and they have the defense, they have the receivers, they pretty much have everything for them to be good.
Wouldn't it be funny Denver being the retired factory, like the old great quarterback retired factory?
I mean, right? I mean, Elway, Peyton.
It's the old. It's like you're on your last leg. Come to Denver and win.
Brock Osweiler.
One of those names you said does not match.
Brock Osweiler, but I think
Lynch.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Denver though because they have all the weapons.
I don't know.
They got the best. They got one of the best receiving cores out there. A running game.
No. I agree with that. And
they got a great O-line.
Like, what do you trade for last year's MVP?
That's what I'm saying.
What's the package? Like, what is the package for last year's
if it's a
MVP?
trade? If it's a trade, it's gonna be either one or two. It depends. If I'm the Packers, I want 6 first round picks.
Well, they're not gonna get that. You just said he's 37. They're not gonna give you 6.
That's what I'm saying. But if I'm the Packers, this is why you're gonna have to retire Aaron because I'm not giving you up for less than 6 first round picks. I'm not.
That doesn't even make sense.
That's a crazy ass. Hey, you 6 first round picks?
Here's the thing. Because if Matt Stafford went for 3, Deshaun was gonna go for 5 before 4 or 5 before the
agree? Before the cases
do not give a fuck about their first round draft pick. So to say that Matt Stafford went for 3, to me it don't matter because the Rams are like they believe in established players more than they believe in draft picks.
But either way, look at the slate of the quarterback. I mean, look at what Carson Wentz was traded for. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's out. Look at the market. Look at the market for QBs right now.
I think, but Wentz didn't go for a lot.
He went for a 2 at minimum, and he was dog shit for the last 3 years. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has the MVP. If I'm the Packers, I'm sorry, Aaron. You're either going to retire or you're not going. Are you going to play for us? Because there's no other 2 options. You're 37, and what I need to feel okay to make this trade, we can't get because we want 3. I want 6 first round picks. I want 6 first rounds.
I don't know. To me, you're not helping your team by strong arming Aaron Rodgers. I don't think you're helping your team. I think you're sit there because Aaron Rodgers.
The Packers are willing. Packers are willing to play this game though. They don't give a shit.
Aaron Rodgers is also the kind of guy that will retire.
No, he will. Because I mean, he has other shit. He doesn't really.
Yeah, he is the kind of guy that's like, you guys want to play.
And he has. Well, who is he dating now? She's an actress in Hollywood.
Yeah,
she's some big actress in Hollywood. So he can go live and be with her and chill. So it don't matter. But I mean,
basically. All right, I guess we can get to it now. All right, welcome to a brand new episode of Those Millennials Podcast. Today, I am your host, Khaled Khaled. I'm joined here by my friends, my boys in real life. Rail's here, who just turned off the camera. Jesse's here. What's going on, fellas? How y'all feeling today? How's your mental? How's your spirit? And how's everybody doing? Oh, Rail's showing how he's doing right now.
I'm Gucci, man.
I'm all right. I'm good, man.
Everybody's mental straight. Everybody's mental straight. Okay.
Friday, God is good. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Vegas Real has officially moved. I helped this African American descendant move last week, so he's finally out here. He's he ain't got no plates yet, but he is an official Nevadian.
I do got fucking plates. What do you think I've been doing the past week?
Nah, you don't got no plates, bro. Don't be lying about no plates.
All right. Well,
you ain't got no plates, bro.
All right, bro.
When do you get vax? Your second shot, bro? Second vax? It's coming next week?
Tomorrow morning.
Hey, we're gonna be a fully vax pod after that. All right, so this pod we're gonna switch it up and talk about we're gonna target some stuff that we normally don't. We're gonna talk about stuff in entertainment world, like obviously we're gonna talk about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez getting back together, right? No, that's not our level of expertise. No,
they got back together.
They were seen, after J-Lo and A-Rod. Apparently J-Lo and A-Rod. I mean, obviously they broke up. A-Rod got bigger fish to fry now that he's a part owner of the Minnesota, right, Real? That's what Minnesota Timberwolves. But yeah, Bennifer is back, ladies and gentlemen. It's like 2003 all over again. No? No one cares? Okay. But we're going to talk about some of the stuff that's going on in entertainment. We're going to talk about Mortal Kombat movie that dropped. I think we've given enough room. It came out last Friday, so spoilers will be said if you haven't seen it. We're also going to talk about Vanessa Bryant and dropping her I forgot the name of it again. Damn.
Mambasita.
Her Mambasita clothing line. After last week everybody found out that the Kobe estate has separated from Nike, so we'll get into that. I have a rant. I want to talk about Zion and his debut shoe, but first I think we should get to Mortal Kombat and talk about what do you get. Well, first, no. First, Jesse, you probably gonna sit this one out because you didn't hear the song. DJ Khaled dropped a new album. I don't know the name of the album. I'm really unprepared. What's the name of the album?
I think it's
Khaled.
Yeah, see, that's the reason why I don't know the name of the album, because it's something stupid like that. And on this album, he has a song with Nas and Jay-Z called "Sorry No Sorry," which I want to hit on and talk about some of these bars that are on this song. But first, Rel, takeaway from the song. What was your first initial takeaway from the track? What would you take away from it, man?
My first initial takeaway from the track is, in a fantasy world, I really hope Jay-Z and Nas put an album out. Like, I really hope. Like, I'm tired of people wishing on shit that never happens. Like, the music game needs it. You're so I hope they do an album because Nas coming in on the track, opening the first, and then when I watched the Khaled story of it today on Instagram, it made it that much better. The Jay-Z had the verse first, he had the song first, and then the whole Triple B shit. Nas was like, bro, I gotta re-record my whole shit. He made the Queensbridge legends say that. So that's just Hov made the Queensbridge do. So I gotta rewrite a lot of shit on this now because Hov came. He said, "You're not about to get the verse first," and then the competition of tracks. So to have that moment in hip hop culture history, I need my first thought, and my only thought is I really need an album. I love the track. Track is fire. I'm not a fan of DJ Khaled, but I do like when he puts his music out. But
Khaled doesn't put out great bodies of work, but he'll give you two or three where it's like, yo.
I mean, he's clearly respected in the game because everybody's getting him work.
Yeah,
everybody's at least willing to do at least a hot 16 for him. He got your hottest artists right now. They're all on this album.
Right. Yeah, they're all here. Her, Lil Baby, who's probably running the game for little dudes in the game as far as rap right now.
Baby. That Lil Baby hot. Yeah. Lil Baby hot right now.
Meg, like this it's a star-studded, it's just like a Khaled album.
will say my favorite track is not even a Sorry Not Sorry. It's that track with the Migos and that Shawty Low.
That's what her on it.
Yeah, that's Shawty Low sample. That Migos track Bonanos. That shit is incredible. That Migos,
I forgot you was a Migo.
that Migos track, bro. We don't get much Migos. Oh, God, wait for Culture 3. I'm waiting for Culture 3. But that Migos track, this is probably the best track on this album.
All right, so I'm gonna give. I'll address that, but I'm gonna talk about Sorry No Sorry. I agree. This song is fire. As soon as you hear the beginning, like you know, like you know something's coming. Like when you hear that, I'm gonna stop it before we get flagged. But you know something's coming. Like I felt it, and I mean, like I'm gonna just go ahead and go to the point where everybody's talking about who ate on this track. Both ate. So Nas ate, Jay ate for sure. Obviously, people are gonna ride with and say Jay had the better verse.
Who said that? Because I think Nas had the better verse.
I think that's the intensest of what the internet is saying. I tell you what, the internet didn't. They was roasting on my man Jay-Z's hair. I'll tell you that. And my man hair. I just told people like when you be in there, you don't care.
Was he look like a Florida nigga now?
When you be in there, there's no such thing as an ugly billionaire. I'm cute. There's nothing to say.
I mean, I fuck with his code. I fuck with his Kodak Black. I mean, he's he got too much Billy. I don't give a shit about his hair. You can't roast that nigga with a Billy. He can wear his shit with a toupee. I don't give. He got a Billy, so what's it matter?
Jesse, and you didn't hit on the track, so you got nothing to add. Oh, he's on mute.
Jesse.
Because I see what Jesse's doing. He's listening to the track. That's what Jesse's doing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, maybe we should roundabout talk about.
Okay,
this.
but okay. Who do you think had the better verse?
I love them both, to be honest with you. But Jay's.
I just listened to the track.
Oh, okay. You got it in. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
your first impression.
First impression, it's good. I like what they did there. I like what they did. It was cool. I would like a little 6 or 7 album, 6 or 7 songs.
We're not getting that though.
Yeah, I know. They may just drop it. You know what I mean? Like just out of nowhere.
Just put it out. Like I'm stop shorting us on good fucking music right now. Like Boss tweeted that the off season get ready to drop. Like I need.
Also, there's word that Kendrick coming too. And
I need all these niggas to get back on their game. But
it's amazing to me, and I know we probably was gonna hit on this eventually, but like now that I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, that a solid number of Americans and America has been vaccinated and things are opening up more. It's amazing to see how many. I know y'all saw the little depth chart sheet of all the festivals that are coming back and they're dropping in like May, August, late September. It's like a whole bunch of festivals coming back. Like Life is Good out here in Vegas. What happened?
Is that the day in the one they did a couple of years ago?
No, not Day in Vegas. It's called Life is Good. They have it every year out here in Vegas. And it's like it's like, I follow Megan Thee Stallion. She posted like 5 different festivals that she'll be attending, and it's jam-packed of everybody. Like all these artists are ready to work and get back into performing and making money because everything is opening up right now.
That was a hard
so I would expect everybody, literally everybody from Drake, who we've been waiting on for Certified Lover Boy for, it feels like 6 months. It's been a minute now, Drake. It's been a minute now, Drake.
Y'all been waiting.
Obviously Cole with why can't I think of the album? Because I went to go see when he did
Fall Off, but Boss calls it the off season, so I don't know which one.
Okay, it is. Well, the Fall Off, and like all these artists are just waiting for stuff to open up, and I think I think it's gonna be real. You're gonna get your wish. You're gonna get bombarded with music because all these big artists have been waiting to drop this shit.
Well, I know COVID pushed back a lot of shit. I know COVID held up a lot, but I just thought that. I mean, I would say I think COVID maybe was a good time for new artists, like you know. But I mean, I understand a lot of artists push back a lot of shit, but a lot of artists they do this whole 3 or 4 year hiatus that they don't even give us nothing to nibble on. Like at least Drake gives us mixed.
Well, I'm about to say that's what I appreciate about Drake because like
Kendrick just goes away.
Dark. Kendrick go dark.
Drake just, I mean Cole like, just goes away.
He's like, yo, I did everything. Like here, this is my shit. And but even Cole, he tried to give us 3 tracks.
I like it like that. I don't really.
It makes you appreciate them. It makes you appreciate.
I don't like it like that. I don't like. I mean, I like.
Well, that's why there's other artists, though, real.
I mean, give us something. You want us to keep buying everything, and when you decide you want to come up, give us a little something to hold us over. I mean, when last time when it damn dropped 27?
But Kendrick was doing other stuff. He was more on the producing side. Yeah, man, chill, bro. Damn.
Here's the thing. I need.
He got married.
Kendrick got money.
I
don't know.
That's
when Kendrick blew up. He stopped putting out a lot more music, and I get it. You don't have to put out a lot of music, but Kendrick, give us something to nibble on. You know.
This is how I feel.
The longer it takes, the better it will be.
I hate the guessing game of music. Like, what? Oh, is he gonna drop it today? Is he gonna drop it tomorrow? Is he gonna drop it either? Like, just give us a fucking date and a Tuesday and put the shit out. Like, they play with the music so much, we ain't ready.
See,
yet.
real. See, the thing about that is this is my argument, and I don't know if
an artist.
Yeah, that's my thing too. Like, it takes a long time for a lot of these artists to make their shit. And honestly, for me, like, again, I don't listen to as much music nowadays as you guys do. But I like when they drop shit, I listen to it, and then when they go dark, I can go back and just tap into their old shit and just appreciate their old shit for what it is. And I go appreciate another artist.
So you mean to tell me that you don't miss the art of the mixtape? That's a big component. That's a big component of seasoning your fans.
Hey, actually, I do not miss like the art.
You kiss my ass, Jesse. You kiss my ass, and you stop with the cap, nigga. You stop with the cap, nigga. You put me on mixtape, so how you gonna be tired of this shit? Of the shit you sold me on?
Exactly, and somebody's it was good back then. It was good.
So you mean to tell me that we don't need mixtapes nowadays?
I don't think it not from a Kendrick Lamar, not from a J. Cole, not from
I would say this that I'm not saying but at one point Hov dropped mixtapes. You know, Kendrick really came in the point of the game where he kind of absolutely mixtapes because it went to SoundCloud.
But also they don't do mixtapes anymore because they don't make money off of that. They're not gonna do that.
And there's a market like you just like. You claim to be a music head, like there's a market for that. Then you can do that. There's art. Go find the next whoever. You can go scour SoundCloud or go scour.
I do that now. I do. Okay. I did it when I found Cole. I found Cole when he first dropped the warm up. So like I knew about him. I knew about him ahead of time. I'm just saying. The art of the mixtape keeps your fans happy. It keeps us bubbling. It keeps us ready when one for more. Drake does it right nowadays. If you want, Drake does it. Drake's the only dude who does it right. Drake's the only dude who does this shit right. When he said, "You know what? I'm gonna put
average ass songs that it will be." Drake, like
the nigga holds us over with records he's not even gonna put on the album. And guess what he calls it? A fucking mixtape.
It drops a 3-song little thing, and one verse is only good.
The EP,
and the internet freezes, Jesse, and the internet goes cold, and it's
guess
like,
what?
and then all the Instagram girls go to their Instagram and take their little Drake quote, and they show an ass picture, right? And they put the Drake under.
I'm telling you, the EP smoking. And I never heard Drake got bodied by Lil Baby on that track on the last EP. So I'm just saying. But at least Drake put the fucking work in to at least hold his fans over.
That's why Drake went so hard on Ross at the end of the album. At the end of the EP.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
Lemon
because
Pepper
baby,
Freestyle.
because Lil Baby killed him on one track before. Yep.
Yeah, Baby
So-
got into a pocket. All right, so we can move on from that and talk about Vanessa Bryant dropping her Mambacita line. That 100% proceeds are going to the Mamba Foundation. So shout out to her. Shout out to the Mamba family. She did that and released pictures of that on Instagram today. I think that's fire. We all knew this was coming. We all knew that the Mamba estate took a whole bunch of trademarks, and this is one of them. So I expect more of this shit to come. I think I talked about this on the last pod that didn't drop. So, but I'm just gonna rehash this. Well, and Jesse wasn't there. So real, you already heard this part. I don't like we talked about footwear, right? So Vanessa Bryant and the Mamba estate is supposedly supposed to drop footwear along with this. And that's the part that just gets me because, it's not under their power. I just feel like their footwear, in my opinion, I don't think is going to do well because there's no moments, from Kobe in the footwear. I just don't think it's going to have that same kind of energy towards it. And then we found out last week that I believe Nike's going to drop 2 more Kobe's, which we haven't seen the colorways of, which is whatever those twos are. Those are out of here. Whenever those two colorways could suck, but they gonna get eaten alive by just the hype beasts on the internet. But yeah, you guys want to hit on this or add on to this? I mean, I think this is dope for her to do it this way, literally a week after what we heard from Nike.
I mean, I'm happy for it. I mean, whatever Vanessa Bryant does, I'm 1,000% behind. Especially, and I'll reiterate on the podcast that didn't come out. Nike, you fucked up. Mm-hmm. You scratched the check. A Billy. If it got Brian on it, it got a Billy next to it. That's what.
Tell them what you mean,
Brian,
because they don't know what you mean. That Nike didn't offer the ups. It was told that Nike didn't offer
the lifetime contract.
The lifetime contract. That's what Real's talking about.
But LeBron got it. So if it got a Brian on it, I don't know, man. Nike's, man. Like, if I swear, man, Nike, you really doing some dog shit right now. If it ain't about the scams and the weak ass apologies, you should have gave Vanessa Bryant her fucking money. You should have gave Vanessa Bryant her fucking money and pay for her name and the legacy that man created for his fucking family. You should have paid for it because the man put your fucking organization on his fucking back and you let his wife walk away from you. I swear, I wish I couldn't buy Nikes no more. Like, honestly, I'm almost wanting to switch Adidas off. You can. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my fucking best. Because that's such dog shit that Kobe put this fucking company on his back and he let his wife walk away. That's bullshit. Whatever the check was, they should have paid it because the nigga never got paid enough for what he did for their fucking organization. Never got paid enough for it. So,
Jess, you have anything to add, Jess?
I think it's great. I think it's a great thing to have. It does suck that they're gonna no longer be a part of Nike, but my hope is that, like, somewhere down the line, a few years from now, or like a year or two from now, that they work out a contract that becomes a lifetime contract. I don't, Kobe has so many fans, like just devoted fans, that you just basically did a middle finger to them, because you could have been dropping Kobe's forever. And it's like, you're basically telling them, like, you're making it seem like he was not going to be a marketable brand for a long time. And I think he would have been for a while. But I think it's a great thing. I love that it's Mambasita, and I hope it takes off. That's all I can really hope for. It's hard. It's
I
gonna be
hope it
hard.
does exactly what like what Beyonce does for Ivy Park. Where I mean,
Yeah.
again, I hope it has that same kind of energy where you go on Instagram and you see a whole bunch of
I think
women
it
just
will.
like proud to have to like
Yeah, I think it will
own
at
this
the
shit.
beginning.
That's what I
Because
hope to see.
Vanessa was big on making sure that any Kobe fan or any Kobe
Yeah,
fan of
yeah.
his or Gianna's made sure they got their shit. So I'm pretty sure that
And I think
we're
it's
gonna be able
dope
to.
that 100% of the proceeds go to the foundation. Like she's
Yeah.
not getting a penny
Yeah.
from it. I mean, obviously that's off top. I mean, we all know she's good. She doesn't need to be taken care of at all.
So
And I'm just go ahead.
to me, I think Nike. I don't know. I'm not gonna say they dropped the ball. Who knows how the negotiations were going? But
It's dropping the ball, Jesse. You don't
I
got
don't,
many.
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
No, because
My thing
because
is,
you don't get the LeBrons and the Kobe's at your tables that often. You don't get
But
that. You don't get that kind of
here's the thing.
production.
I don't know what else she asked for. Like maybe she asked for the Mambasita clothing line on there too, and
Done.
no.
Done.
And maybe that I don't. You see, for you, yes, like you're just saying done, but
Jesse, but look at who the person is.
Like,
What does he mean to Nike? Like, overall, is what I'm saying. There should be no conversation. There should be no conversation.
That all of that, yes, those are all things you use for negotiating, but negotiations go different. Like you know, you can say all of that, but this is a negotiation.
You're thinking about emotion, real. Like you're all in emotion. You're not thinking business.
But I'm just saying they never paid him enough money for what he did for their fucking shoe company, and then a turnaround and let Vanessa Bryant walk away is bullshit. It's lazy. It's lazy.
But I'm just saying. We don't know what happened in negotiations. We don't know. We don't know.
Should be blank. It just should be the blank check. I'm just saying it should be blank checks.
You can't just
they gave Braun the same deal.
That's not how negotiations work. And who knows what LeBron asked for? Like that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I would say this: the only person who meant as much to Nike, other than Kobe Bryant, is Michael Jordan, and he got his own fucking shoe brand. Give Vanessa Bryant whatever the fuck she wants. Period. The only person that only meant more to Nike is Michael Jordan, and they gave him his own fucking shoe brand.
I mean,
he's worth over $1 billion.
But I think Nike would disagree with you on that one. But
unless they say Kanye,
once again, I'm telling you, I think Nike would disagree with that. Are you on that one? Because this
is why Kanye got out. And you see, this is why they call Kanye crazy. They call him crazy for this. But when he said that he's not fucking with Nike, everybody called the nigga crazy. Everybody said I'm not. He said I'm not dealing with the slavery that Nike has over there. I'm not dealing with that shit. And then everybody
do. You buy the sneakers though.
I'm done.
We don't know the negotiations. We don't know
what happened.
I'm also saying it's not like I don't agree with you, Ralph. I'm not saying I don't agree with you. I'm saying what she probably asked for, they didn't want to do. And that's my thing is if they wanted to do the Mambasita line on Nike, which I think that would have been a good thing. I think that was smart branding. But it's about asking for how much percentage of that. If she wants 100% of the proceeds, you can't do that. You can't if she said I want 80%, you can't do that. Like you're not gonna do that. Like so that's why I'm just like I'm saying, did they drop the ball? Yeah, I'm leaning towards they dropped the ball, but I'm also a person who understands negotiating, and that's why I say nothing is ever forever off the table. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if this Mambasita line takes off. Nike
now they'll regret it. Then you'll see they'll regret it.
Yeah, exactly. So this is how you do things. You go, all right, you ain't giving me the chance. I'm gonna do it on my own. They see it's marketable, they'll come back and buy it. Like that's it. Like that's what you do. Vanessa Bryant probably just said, I'm gonna try this thing.
Try something on our own.
I'm gonna test it market on our own and see Kobe's brand and see how marketable Kobe is.
The Mamba brand is just so it's huge. Like everybody, again, we went on here and we talk about the word Mamba and we try to describe it and we all said it has different meanings. Like that shit is real. It's its own brand.
And that's how business works. She's gonna go here. She's gonna do.
They created something with Nike and then they branch off and then they branch off.
And then somebody buys it. That's what
Yeah.
happens. And I think that's what she's testing right now. So we don't know how negotiations went. And we also, Vanessa was probably like, this is what it's potentially going to be. And Nike said, this is what it is right now. And Nike probably tried to pay for what it is right now versus what it potentially could be. And Vanessa's going to show them what it potentially could be. And somebody's going to come in and try to buy it. And that's how business works.
Yeah, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm just gonna end this, and then we can move on to our next topic. I've been saying this for as long as the tragic end of these two people. Just leave Vanessa Bryant and leave Lauren London alone. Like, those two women, we need to just leave alone. Like, whatever they want, leave those women alone. All right. So speaking of Nike and Jordan Brand. Last week, the Zion 1 was announced, and they dropped a commercial with DJ Khaled as the voice, and they had a commercial that was showing him, dunking. It was like a normal, debut commercial. First, I want to just say I like that they incorporated Khaled, because Khaled is JB through and through. We all seen the videos he gets of the JB package he gets. So I thought that was cool. I just feel like I'm not even going to get to the shoe yet. With a player of Zion's caliber, this is another instance where I feel like Jordan Nike didn't do so great. I feel like they could have done so much more with the launch of the Zion 1 and Zion anyway. If you look throughout history of debut sneakers for athletes, especially of Zion's caliber, like arguably being one of the most hyped up players since LeBron James, and maybe COVID had an issue, something to do with this. So, I don't want to just harp on that. Maybe COVID actually did have something to do with this, but still, I feel like they could have done so much more. And the marketing campaigns for a lot of first time signature athletes have been way bigger, and it's kind of like it's already kind of been forgotten for me. It's like swept under the rug. I feel like they could have done so much more. We all knew what happened when Zion was at Duke. Like, he busted his shoe. They could have done something animated where they try to show him trying to bust out of this shoe, and this shoe he's not able to bust. Like, they could have done so much more, in my opinion, to put energy around the Zion 1, and I feel like they didn't do a good job for a player of Zion's caliber who's averaging 27 points, just a legit beast. In the shoe itself, it's a decent looking shoe. I like the Z incorporation on it. It's for sure not an ugly shoe. I wouldn't say like the casual like person is gonna buy this and wear this off court. It looks strictly like an on court sneaker. I do like I like that they have a Nike they call it Zoom Strobel on it. It's one of the most bouncy, comfortable cushions that Nike's incorporating on a lot of their Jordan brand sneakers right now. The first 4 colorways was cool. I just wish they would have done more with an athlete of Zion's caliber, and I know. I think Luke is on the way to get his own signature sneaker with Nike, and I hope and I pray that Luke is looking like a generational athlete. Gonna be, if Luka continues to do what he does now, he looks like he's gonna be, top 20, top 30, wherever you want to put him. That's the arc of Luka Doncic right now. If he wins, if he just let me say this, he's putting up the numbers to do that, but he also has to win. So he has to win. He has to win it as well.
First round exits don't mean shit.
Yeah, so he has to win. He's only been in the playoff once. But he has to win as well. But I hope Nike does a better job, and honestly, all the brands, like all the brands aren't doing a good job as like I remember back in the day with LeBron with the Chamber of Fears on the sneakers with his second shoe. I remember, Allen Iverson and the Reebok question, all the energy around that. I remember, I was real young, but I remember, Anthony Hardaway and the pennies. Like my brother, my brother had a penny poster on the wall with Tyra Banks on it. Like I remember the energy that these commercials used to generate and how much money and thought process and storytelling was put into these campaigns for these athletes. And now I just feel like these companies and Nike and Jordan Brand and all these other ones feel like they've gotten lazy and they just they just throw something on social media and then just call it. I don't know if you guys want to add to anything about that, but that was basically what
I disagree in a way that I think that it's just that everything is so like you don't even go to TV to see like promotions now. You go to YouTube or Instagram. So I mean, for what it was, you got DJ Khaled, who is one of the best hype man out right now. As far as like he's big. So I mean, to me, I like that part. You have Zion, who, I mean,
I'm just saying the storytelling sucks. They could have done more. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of want the shit. They want the shit away from that whole shoe busting situation.
I was just about to say, like, they could have made that a positive. They could have turned and made that to a positive.
Ain't no positives for that.
They could have animated that part and showed that this shoe is tough and strong enough to hold a player of Zion's caliber. They could, bro, stop it. They could have done something.
But I'm saying like
they could have made that.
They
a moment.
took such a hit that wasn't even.
Like that made CNN. Like that made CNN.
But also they would have to pay Duke, and then Nike don't want to do that. They'd have to pay Duke to show Zion in the Duke uniform.
What do you mean pay Duke? Nike's with Duke.
Yeah, but they're also but he's promoting as a New Orleans Pelican. He's not being a. How many Duke commercials do you see?
My point is you don't even have to. You could have animated that part and not use the actual video footage. Like there's ways around that. I'm not even the smartest dude in the world, but there's ways to figure that shit out and just and show the video of him busting his shoe again and maybe in animated form and just show him with the new Zion 1 on it.
I'm just saying I don't think they really care to remind themselves of that situation, So that's all I'm saying. That it was more of an L than a market employee when you could roll out something else. And I'm pretty sure Zion doesn't even know for that either. He may not have cared with it. He may not have okayed it.
I think they could have made that a positive. Jess, if you don't have anything to add, we can move on to Mortal Kombat. Do you have something to add, brother?
I like the colorway that's designed by his brother.
Yep.
I know that's for kids, but I like that colorway. Only thing I would add is that the shoe, it doesn't look good on the foot, like just as a design shoe. It also is, it doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really wow me. But I don't know. I know you guys talked about all that with the marketing and everything. It just seems like things are being marketed, especially when it comes to shoes. It's being marketed a lot differently now.
Yeah.
And I think that they just base it off the hype of social media. And it seems like
I agree.
And I think you drop the ball when you do that to a player of his caliber. You know what I mean? I think
that's my point. And maybe we could do it on another pod. I would love to talk about campaigns. It doesn't even have to be their debut, but I would love to talk about Nike and Jordan and Adidas and Reebok and
it used to be a
Puma
to watch a Nike commercial.
It used to be a thing. That's don't get me into the don't get me into this bag because I want to do this, but I don't want to.
And it used to be a thing recently where they just they're getting
lazy.
What was the last great Nike commercial you've seen?
I can't even.
The Kobe goodbye commercial where they incorporated the puppets again. They brought back the puppets for him. when he was on the beach.
Just strictly marketing.
I just told you.
No, just strictly marketing an athlete for performance shoe.
I don't know.
There is a
I would have to think about that, but you're proving my point that these brands have gotten lazy.
They've gotten lazy. It's
I mean, also the quality of the shoe isn't the same.
It's the push towards social media. Like that's what I feel it is.
Yeah, I mean, I get that part, but
I think that they put.
I think if you do it the right way, it would create even more attention to it.
But that's what I'm like.
Literally, Travis Scott comes out and can do.
That's not the same shit.
But it is into a sense. But it is into the sense. Travis Scott can throw anything on a t-shirt and anybody's gonna buy it, right? But I know what you're saying. This is my point. I don't feel the same way about these athletes because now you and I and Jesse are around their age. Like none of these niggas can seem cool to me because I'm older than them now, right? Like we're in that age where like we're around the same age as the best player in basketball. So like none of these niggas seem that cool to me anymore, right? Right? Like as much as I'm a Dame fan, I'm older than Dame. So like while I think he's cool, and it's just different. Like people you used to want and think Mike was cool. Like I used to think Tracy McGrady was cool. Used to think your age. That's what I'm saying. You used to think Allen Iverson's cool. But you can go and ask one of these kids and you ask them, "You think Zion's cool?" They'd be like, "No, I don't want to dress." Do you see how Zion dresses to the games?
But I know kids who love the way Zion plays though.
Yeah, they love how he plays, but that means they want to be cool. See, that's the issue. You got to do both. You got to do both.
Not everybody's.
You got to do both. You got to be. Back in the day, not only did you want to be Mike on the court, you wanted to be Mike off the court because of what he wore off the court.
That was a different time. Like I said, we were seeing athletes in a rare light this time.
Same thing with AI. Not only did you want to be AI off the court. Not only did you want to be AI on the court, you want to be AI off the court.
Now I was.
You know what? Now that I think about it, now that it hit my head, Under Armour did a really good Steph Curry campaign, probably for his, I want to say like his 4th or 5th sneaker.
I mean, the Dr. Funk was better than what Zion put out, but at the same time, let's move on, man, because this is just gonna make me mad and piss me off. Because it's gonna piss me off. All right, so again, maybe another pod we could talk about some of our best shoe campaigns. I would love to hit on that, and we probably can go on day for that. But let's get to MLK Mortal Kombat real quick. Last Friday, literally as last week, Mortal Kombat dropped on HBO and in theaters. I think some theaters open, right?
It dropped in theaters too. Yeah,
it dropped in theaters too. So shout out. I mean, I'm not going.
They've been doing that for a while. Like they did that since like Godzilla dropped in theaters.
Yes, it's Godzilla. So it's been some mixed reviews. I'm on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Right now got a 54. The audience score is 87. But
overrated.
Tell me. Tell me, what you guys think of Mortal Kombat? Like, what was your favorite parts you didn't like, parts you liked? Did they live? I mean, I don't even want to ask what everybody was asking, which is it better than the first one? Well, yeah, the bar was really low.
Whoa, thank you.
The bar. The bar. No, what's not high bar?
Okay, can we just start with this? I want to start with this. Everybody that's sitting there talking about how great Mortal Kombat 1 was, the first ever Mortal Kombat, was a cool classic. Guys,
go watch it again.
You guys are liars.
Go watch it again.
You are liars.
Go watch it again.
Is it a cult classic?
It's the same people that think Space Jam was good.
It's Boondock Saints.
It's the same people that think Space Jam 1 is good. Go watch Space Jam again.
Is it a cool cult movie? It's cool, like it's nostalgic and stuff, but come on, that movie was not good. Like I need people to stop talking like this. That movie was good. But anyways, I guess I'll start with the first 10 minutes was fucking amazing. It was
Yes.
beautifully done. It was excellent. From there, it kind of went downhill. Not even kind of. It went downhill. There was no like matching that. Like it was. I mean, they could have matched that, but there was just like that setup for more, but it went downhill from that. Things I liked. I enjoyed the fatalities. I enjoyed Kano. I obviously enjoyed Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero was the shit. They made up for Sub-Zero, man. They made up for Sub-Zero because goddamn, he was horrible in that first and second one. Then I don't, and I'm encouraged. I know a lot of people don't like that there was no tournament, but to me it makes sense that there is no tournament. I'd like it to be built up versus it
that
being,
part bothered me though. That I'm not gonna.
I mean,
I'm one of the. I'm definitely one of those people who was like, "Fuck, y'all gonna talk about the tournament? Is the tournament gonna happen?" And then I looked at the time. You know, I paused the movie, and I'm like, "There's fucking 20 minutes left. There ain't gonna be no fucking tournament now."
And that's like that's one of my. I guess I'll let you guys talk about your positives, and then I'll come back with my negative. But I was encouraged. I felt like there was like the difference between like the other movies, it seemed like somebody was just making a movie versus this seems like somebody that was like truly trying to like build and create a world or a story out of Mortal Kombat. And I'll let y'all go from there.
Right.
The best part I think was the first 10 minutes. Obviously, was pretty good. I like the Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight scene in the UFC cage at the end. That shit was actually pretty active. I had a lot of like neck shit that I didn't like. You know, like I don't know. So I was nitpicking. So I would say, Fight the Great, the movie would be a 7 out of 10. I'm hopeful for the next one. I like the new dude, even though he's not involved in Mortal Kombat overall. He's a new character. I do like them introducing new characters into Mortal Kombat because it's fucking Mortal Kombat. My issue is no tournament, you know. So there was also no tournament. But I am for introducing, like, he was a UFC fighter, so it made sense, you know. So the best fighters in the world, no tournament lost me. But him not being in Mortal Kombat, I don't have an issue with. That's one thing people always had an issue with, the main character, and I didn't have an issue with it.
All right, so it's a movie on video games. So let's just start there. So right there off the top, like it's gonna be hard because you're not gonna appease the masses the same way when.
Also, keep in mind it's a fighting video game, so
it's a fighting video game, so it's not the easiest to do, and you want them to be storytelling. And then when you do a movie, you're not only making the movie for hardcores, you're making it for casuals. So I get the purpose of adding. I don't even know the new dude's name. Cole, the descendant of Scorpion. That's what I've been calling him. Yeah. So. But my issue is the same issue I had with the Resident Evil franchise, which is you created a character that didn't exist at all. There is no fucking Alice in fucking Resident Evil, just like there shouldn't be no Cole. If the people that don't understand Mortal Kombat don't understand Mortal Kombat, just enjoy the fighting scenes. Just enjoy the banter of Kano. Just enjoy Sonya. You know, whatever. Enjoy enjoy just being there. We don't need a character for basically for the viewing public and audience to have everything explained and food fed to them. That was my issue. But like, again, I get it. You gotta do that for the casuals. I love the innuendos I love the banter. I loved literally the tripping scene where I want to say Liu Kang was tripping Kano constantly. it just took me back to the game, because when everybody did that, when you was choosing a new character and you didn't know their move quite, so you fall back to what every move player uses. You can trip them and you can uppercut them. Like I enjoyed that very much. I know a lot of people thought Sonya was kind of annoying. She was all right. I hated Liu Kang though. They made Luke like you can't make Liu Kang a bitch, because he's supposed to be Earth's strongest fighter. Like the fact that, again, he wasn't necessarily a bitch, but like I just didn't necessarily rock with the guy that made Liu Kang.
You didn't get Liu Kang.
You didn't get Liu Kang like Liu Kang, like the dude, like the man's.
Yeah.
Spoilers. We've been saying spoilers. That's why I try to say this today. I hate that you had Melina and you didn't have Katana. Like, how does that make sense? Like, how are you gonna have a clone of Katana but have Melina and then you kill her? Whatever. That made no sense to me. And then you're gonna have Rico, which, again, if you're not into Mortal Kombat, like, you're not gonna know who that character is. Like, you're just not. Like, I remember a lot of people was asking, like, who is this dude? With asking, you had to be one of the people that played Mortal Kombat. I didn't know
who that was. I didn't know who that flying person was. That guy.
They're in like scarce. Like Rico was played in like the first one that hit like PlayStation 2.
Yeah, see, I wasn't playing around that time.
He was like one of the characters I used too. He was actually pretty hard. He was like the first one when the first Mortal Kombat that went 3D. He was on there. And he was kind of ninja. But so. Like, those are my takeaways mostly. I am like Jesse. I'm encouraged. They have a good foundation to build off of. I'm glad that they already killed Sub-Zero, because my favorite character comes from Sub-Zero's dead corpse, which is Noob Saibot. I fucking love him. That's who I use in the Mortal Kombat trilogy all day, every day. And I can't wait till how they incorporate the Cyrexes, and then obviously Johnny Cage, which was supposed to come in. And then how they're gonna incorporate Shang Tsung. Again, they have a lot again, and even the newer stuff that while I played the games basically just to get the new story. There's a whole bunch of new characters that they can touch on. Like Kato, what's his name? Kodo Khan, who's like the leader of the ruler of Outworld. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit. Like, there's a whole bunch of they can get into. But yeah, you go with Jesse.
All right. So I have a lot of negatives, which is gonna make it seem like
let's get it.
I disliked the movie more than I liked it. It's just, these things are just like, to me, these are like where, all right, you could fix all this more or less. Number one thing, Cole is boring. He is uninteresting. He's
uninteresting main character.
He is completely uninteresting. You guys created a character and you made him uninteresting. Like, he just was like, you did not care about him. Like, I don't have a problem with them creating a character. It's cool.
I do.
Was basic. Like, it was like you created a character and he was like basic storyline, nothing really interesting about him. What they were saying about him, I didn't really get from watching him do that. That's partly on the actor.
But was it the character or who he was?
I think it was everything. Like, I that's why I'm like, part of it's on the writing, part of it's on the actor for not being interesting, and part of it's on the director who didn't like recognize that and try to get better with that. Even like when Sonya's talking to him and she's like, and then they end up in this fight, Mortal Kombat, and he was like, "You're joking with me, right?" Like, it was not funny, it was not interesting. It was he was very much seemed like he was going through the motions. Scorpion was not in that movie enough. They gotta, like it was just.
They got him the fuck out of there. they got him the fuck out of there pretty early.
Yeah, they just brought him back at the end.
Raiden was boring too. Continue.
Raiden. Oh, I was gonna say that next. Raiden.
No.
You gotta make Raiden like he's a guy.
Make Raiden better than that.
It was like
cool
and then the CGI for Raiden was terrible. The glowy eyes was horrendous.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother thing. The budget they had, you can tell they didn't get a major budget. So it
looked like it should be a series, which I heard it was supposed to be initially.
I think that's where I was gonna go to next.
Didn't they drop like a YouTube
they did
like that?
And I think that was what it was originally planned as, was a series, because the way it was going, introducing this new character, if this was like
should have been a
10 episode series, it would make more sense. Better. I think that's why Cole is so uninteresting, because you didn't build out this character. You basically told us he's a UFC fighter, or not a UFC fighter, but an MMA fighter, and he used to be a champion, which they barely touch on that part. And how he lost his, how he lost his fire to fight. Like you gotta all those things. You gotta build. You gotta
make the audience care. Like you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that in 15 minutes, introducing them and just keep it pushing. And it's like, we're on the way to Raiden's temple.
Exactly. Another thing, the rules. Raiden.
Oh yeah.
Raiden. You're like, I can't break rules while they're breaking rules. Like that doesn't make sense.
It's like the older guys don't give a fuck. What? I mean, so we learned in the other one, the other guys kind of don't give a fuck. Like they care to a point. They care and they're uninterested until they have to get involved.
So my thing is this: if you're not gonna have the Mortal Kombat tournament, I'm okay with you guys deciding to but they're gonna end up fighting these people one-on-one. The issue I had was the fight scenes were not great. You had fight scenes that were great with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, that one at the beginning, the one at the end. Whenever Sub-Zero showed up, it was great. Liu Kang didn't look like Liu Kang. That was my number. That was not Liu Kang.
You gotta make Liu Kang, man.
And then you relegated Liu Kang to a side character. Liu Kang is very important. He's
right. You made him. I always forget what's my man. What's the hat dude? I always forget his name off the top of my head. Kung Lao. You made him like little Kung Lao's little sidekick.
Yeah, and it was weird. So that whole training scene, that whole training time, too long. Because you made that so long, and you cut the fight scenes at the end. They were just like montage fight scenes. They were quick, and it was very true. If you're not gonna have the tournament, you got.
I didn't even think about that. That is very true. They did, and honestly, they probably left that stuff in because honestly, that's when Kano shined the most, when he was the funniest and stuff. They probably left that shit in because Kano was actually funny, and they, you can't just have a movie where nobody's being funny.
Let's focus on that and. For it not to really do anything. None of them got their, what do they call it, Akana during the training. They didn't look like they got any better through training. They didn't so you guys didn't really build that whole part up. You made it so long and it didn't really amount to anything. So I think there's a lot of things where they got to fix. Those things are all fixable. That's why I'm encouraged, because that's all fixable. Obviously, they stayed at that temple for so long because most likely budget issues. They can't move around like they want. But I genuinely believe this is something you get a bigger budget. You get it was the number one movie it's gonna probably be the number one movie this week as well. It's making money, especially in this time. It apparently brought in more subscribers than Justice League and Godzilla. Kong.
Sure, I see that.
I don't know. I don't know how those numbers work, but I just, there was a lot of things that were just very you could have did way better. Make Cole interesting or kill Cole off. That you gotta quickly just because Liu Kang is Liu Kang has all these characters have a story. So if you're gonna make a character, you gotta make his story better, or his or her story better than the ones that are already established as stories. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about it. But go ahead, Rob.
No. I'm with you on everything. No. I liked like Luke Kane. My issue with Luke Kane too, I mean, he's the world's greatest fighter. But Sonya Blade, the people who I didn't know, like when Shang Tsung sucked the nigga soul, no homo. It was just different. Like it
Write
just
that down. Go ahead.
Oh my fucking good. All right, that's it. I'm done. That was it. I'm done. That was it. Let's wrap, Kev. I'm ready. Let's wrap. I'm done.
I didn't even do nothing.
That's wrap. That's wrap. I'm done. Let's wrap. Spent.
Oh my god! Wow. Oh, this is ending on a sour. Somebody's feelings is hurt. If you guys want to see somebody's feelings hurt and see the pissed off and feelings hurt face, please go to youtube.com/those millennials and just check out Rail right now. At this point in your pod. All right. So we can do a heart out of this. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Rail. Thank you to all our new listeners. Please check out our YouTube channel at, again, YouTube/those millennials. Please leave a 5-star review on Apple. That really goes a long way helping the podcast grow and expand.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Yeah. While you're there, leave a comment. Ask this question. I want to incorporate the ask questions part back in the pod. Because apparently people want to hear different stuff.
Question. Damn.
Apparently people want to hear more stuff from us other than just hot topics. People want to hear our relationship shit, which is weird because I don't know why you want to take relationship advice from any of us. But
hey,
people want to hear our.
You having a great one, man.
Yeah, but my shit don't work like everybody's shit. So, but I can try to give you some sauce, but my sauce might not work for you. Anyway, but yeah, leave a 5-star review, leave a comment, share, it really goes a long way helping us grow and expand. And other than that, do you guys fellas have anything else to add?
Be safe out in them streets.
Be safe out in them streets. Get vaccinated. All right. Always. All rest in peace to DMX. Shock G.
Did y'all watch the? Shit. My bad. Did y'all watch the DMX funeral or memorial?
I tapped in a little bit.
Kanye did. His choir is really good. They did a great job.
Squire did his thing. Hopefully Kanye paid him. All right, you guys. Welcome. Thank you for listening. We're those millennials, and
that's
we're
never been
out.
an issue with Kanye.
He just makes up shit. All right, y'all. All right, Kev. I'm out.